Benim yolum aşk kanka. That's what I'd say every time I was in Turkey and people ask me what my religion is. My way is love. When I started saying that, I was just saying it to distract people from the truth. Was like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Yeah, but now, after studying Christianity, Gnosticism, Shamanism, Aleister Crowley, Buddhism, Taoism, Tantra, Shivaism, Sufism, and the Tarot, I realized the whole time that the path I was following was love. My religion is love. The ultimate reality is love, and the thing you need to do is love. There is no actual meaning in this life other than love itself. It's not. It's like to say that the meaning of life is to love is kind of adding unnecessary words. The only word you need to know is love. Like, what's the meaning of life? It could be love, but love just is. So it's not a meaning to it. It's just the way it is. So, all those times that I would go to a retreat or read a book or I was studying something about spirituality and myself for no other reason than my own personal enjoyment and curiosity and my well-being, while I didn't know it, I was following my heart. If I let go of the mind and I just do something for the love of it, I am following my heart. I don't need to know that I'm following my heart. I just know that if I let go of the mind, let go of any kind of moral, nationalistic, social, family, legal ties, and I just move as I feel like, automatically I'll do everything with love and through love, and my intention will be love. If I make mistakes, it's because of ignorance, and it's the spiritual path is really just removing the ignorance and allowing the love to naturally flow. And all the great spiritual teachers, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Abraham, Hermes, Lao Tzu, I mean, that's what they did. They went, there's something in my head that's not right. The external forces, there's something wrong with them. What I'm being told isn't working. I can see there's something wrong with people and myself. Even if I have some teachers that taught me something useful, I still can't fully... There's still something off about it, so I will go off and do my own thing. That's following a heart. That's what they did, and that's what I've done. And there's many ways to follow your heart. Just let go. Just sit. You can just practice every day, 5 minutes. Let go of everything, of what you want and who you are, all desires. And if there's something, there's some compulsion that you just can't let go of, then follow it. If you can't let go of something, then indulge in it. Until, of course, you can let it go. Which is what Lord Shiva suggests. Other than that, I mean, you can flip a coin. Do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? If you have a negative reaction to the coin flip, then you know that's not the answer. If you have a positive reaction to the coin flip, then you know. And of course, I use tarot cards to connect with something called the higher guardian angel. You can call it an inner guru, Guru Dev. You can call it intuition. But the purpose of the tarot cards is to connect with the higher guardian angel. It's just following your heart. Tarot cards help me help others to decode the symbols in my brain. So I remove that distraction, and then I can just follow my heart. Don't have to use tarot cards. That's just the path. That's just one of the 5 religions that I use. And I can coach people how to do it for themselves. If you want to coach how to follow your heart using or connect to the heart guard angels using tarot cards, and contact me. You can recommend the tarot decks that I use, of course. So in my path there, let's say there's five main elements of being, and this is one expression of it. And for me, there's a different spiritual tradition I use for each one. For the physical body, I like Taoism. For the mind, I like Buddhism. For the water element, the hearts and the emotions, I use Tao. For the fire element and passion, I use Sufism. And for consciousness itself, Shivaism, Kashmiri Shivaism. But hey, that's just how I express it. What unifies all of them is love is the intention and unity consciousness. So to briefly move through my spiritual journey through realizing love as the ultimate reality. Of course, spoiler alert, the spiritual journey is just an egocentric bullshit story that we tell ourselves. We use a really complicated story to say one thing, which is the ultimate reality is love. But to just say that to people in one sentence, the ultimate reality is love. Chidananda shivoham, ala yawa dude. Loka samasta Sukhinu Bhavantu. Whatever tradition, that one thing of the ultimate reality is love, and people go, nah, it's bullshit, there's lots of other things it could possibly be. I'm like, okay, spiritual journey for you then, entertaining story, we have a victim, we have a hero, and then we have resolve. Wow. That's the spiritual journey, man. That's the spiritual journey. Like, just watch The Matrix, it's hilarious, but that's it. But we want to learn something, it's more entertaining with a story. So here's my brief. Blah blah blah, sold everything, blah blah blah, went off to be a monk, blah 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 blah, a dream took me to somewhere else, blah blah blah, followed dreams, blah 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 blah, and now I'm here. Dancing, music, blah blah blah, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Like what else, man? I mean, you don't need to understand everything I'm saying. This is just a brief on my way is love. But I realized a few years ago that everything I experience directly is me. Everything I smell, touch, or taste is just myself responding or reacting to something else. And in my subjective experience, in my subjective self, I can't escape that. Anything I dislike is a part of me that I don't approve of. Anything that I love is a part of me that I wish to cultivate. Again, this is something that I'd have to talk someone through. It may not make a lot of sense to people, but if you look into how human biology works, what I'm saying is factual. The only way to hear music is through the body vibrating. If the body does not vibrate, if it does not vibrate the body, you do not hear the music. Similarly, with looking at something, the photon has to respond to something in your eye and go into the brain in order for it to work. So, if that doesn't land on you, fine. Ian Gozo will be trying to recreate that experience or coach people into saying that. Again, contact me if that's your bag. So 2 more pieces of this puzzle. One is, again, to roughly describe the creation of the universe. If you're going to take linear time as the way how we map out time, this empty space is nothing. Ultimate, from empty space, there's nothing, there's no mind, there's no heart, there's no love. But there's a potential for everything to exist. In the nothingness is potential for everything, to which everything does actually come from, into which everything is going back into. That nothingness has no choice but to expand because there's no logical options at all other than to go forward, to expand. So it expands. From nothing, you get 1. From 0 and 1, we get 2, we get 3, and we get a whole mess of crap that we call the universe. So that universal energy expands for some time, creates thousands, as Buddha says, 10,000 things maybe. Buddha wasn't actually counting, he was 10,000 things. There's like 10,000 things out there. From nothing, there's 10,000 things. So, whatever, some of that crap solidifies into these planets. The planets then, as the energy becomes to sustain itself, we get these organic beings, single cells, they cooperate, multicellular organisms, societies. The whole point of organizing with each other and doing anything is to sustain ourselves. And that is called love, that's called care. Like the Quran points this out. Everything that in our experience, we experience it for self-care. Even if we don't like it and we don't like it, we're supposed to know why we don't like it so we can do something else. So pain, suffering, fear, hatred is all arising from this self-care. We just have a pile of ignorance about ourselves and reality, and we kind of make things worse for ourselves. But hey, that's why we have a spiritual journey. So I see everything in the world as just this. Just explained dualistically, our language kind of makes us describe things as there's me and there's that. There is the experience and the experiencer, we're separate things. So how I experience it now is we're a unified thing, that the experiencer and the experience is the one thing, and the universe is like that as well. The form and the formless is actually one thing. We cannot experience the formless without having some kind of form to put around it, or we can't experience form without having some kind of empty space around it. Like, it's unified. Our spiritual journey tends to be like, I feel separate, now I feel connected with myself and everything and everyone. But that's just a BS story. That's just a bullshit story, man. Because it doesn't matter if you feel connected or not connected, we're all one anyway. It's irrelevant. It's to realize that we're one. Feel it is good, but to realize it is going to sustain those feelings more. And just rely on the feeling itself is going to be difficult. Because we're already one. Like, I just described creation of the universe in linear time. But that's just a story. Our mind at the moment, we create a story based on the order in which the information comes into our being. But if you look at the universe as a whole, time is irrelevant in how you move around the universe. So it's like the universe already knows it's one. It's just parts of it doesn't know that. So it's up for it's the universe itself. The universe, you can call it the universe itself, you can call it Brahman, you can call it, you can call it, I like Chidananda. It already knows this. It doesn't actually need to know or not know it at all. It doesn't actually do anything. It's the little parts of the experience that needs to realize this. So anywho, my way is love. I am love, you are love, everything is love, everything is arising from love. Love is the union of consciousness and energy, creating the whole thing. The form, the formless, emptiness, stuff. The coffee and the one who drinks the coffee. The perceiver, the perceived, the doer, the one who does nothing, the dominant, the sub. We describe it in ones and twos, but it's actually the third option is neutral in logic, right? We at the moment there's an obsession with being masculine and feminine, but it's actually a third option, which is neutral, which is union. But experiencing things as either masculine or feminine is entertaining, which is why we love to do it. So from this point onwards, knowing all this information, how do I as an individual person, knowing that I am just an expression of love and the absolute oneness, but yet I still feel compelled to go out, have fun, pay my rent, do all that stuff. It's like, realize that it's all a game, it's all fun, do everything from love, and don't identify with the character. That's really the source of all the pain and suffering that's preventing us from experiencing pure love, is identifying with the little character in our head. So we're telling the ultimate reality is love. A spiritual journey or story is a very entertaining way to express that to silly people. That's a lot more entertaining than saying it in one sentence. And to have an interesting story, we need a character. And the cause of our suffering is this. Satan is this. Being attached to the character in the story. Being in the spiritual story. Being attached to anything in our lives. Being attached to what we did this morning. The fact that I just spent 15 minutes telling you everything I believe and have experienced myself directly is an attachment and is going to, at some point, cause me some suffering. So, that is why I have to do a series of practices. I mean, I could just sit and do nothing, that would work. But there's breathing into tarot cards, Tantra, Sufism, Buddhism, blah blah blah. I do a whole pile of stuff. But largely, self-realization through breathing practices is what I do at the moment. And music, because I love music. Follow my heart. Okay. Chidanada Rupa, shivoham, shivoham. Aham Prima.